How do you get promoted in the shortest period of time in the retail industry? This is Daryl Tan, researcher, retail psychologist here, and welcome to the Retail Sales Academia. So, I've been wondering when I was first introduced in this retail industry, I thought myself, hey, I wanted to get promoted as fast as I can, than anyone else in the whole company. Alright, so during that time, I'll join a retail company that sells supplements. So what happened is that I started to notice one thing. It's not to say that there is no opportunity, but rather there's a lot of opportunity. Now, of course, this one depends on individual and companies, but here's something. Over the years, I got to know that many of us, we start to learn to say a lot of things, whether it's to say yes, say no, but here's three simple stages that you need to understand. Once you master these three simple stages, and I can assure you, you can get promoted in a very, very fast way. Okay, so here it goes. Stage one is what we call as say yes. Now, when you first enter the retail industry, you are just a newbie. You have no experience in sales. You may feel very shy when you talk to strangers, when you need to do a lot of paperwork, a lot of things you need to learn. There's so many things, and you start to feel that sometimes being overwhelmed. Now, this is the best stage to learn every single thing. So that's why we call it as say yes. You would not know whether you're really good at the particular thing until you really try it. And you don't just try 1-2 times, you literally try over 10, 20, 30 times before you even judge that you can do it or you don't. So I still remember when I first entered the retail industry and entered this training session, I had no idea because I have no experience in training. But I told myself that, hey, why not just give it a try? Alright, just train in front of a group. Imagine during the time I was just promoted like less than 2 months. I needed to train a group of seniors, supervisors, store managers to show that I have the ability to train. So what happened is I took up this challenge and started to deliver the best that I could. And end up, I got the opportunity to be a retail sales trainer. So what this tells me is that sometimes you may have certain fear, but it's okay because when you start to say yes, you will start to learn a lot of things. And the more things you've experienced, the more you can tell yourself that, hey, I am really good at this or I'm really good at that. So that's why I say stage one, say yes. Now, as you have experienced more and more different exposure, you will need to go into the second stage where we call it as sometimes yes. Okay, so say for example, you had just promoted to become an area manager. And there are cases where sometimes your subordinates, supervisors or sales staff start to request a few things. Maybe your support, your attention, or whatever it's. But you know that your whole attention is not just them. You will also need to attend meetings, you also need to represent the management and many things. So you will need to actually learn how to say no once in a while. Alright, not to say you have to start to learn to say no to everything else, but you need to learn how to say sometimes yes, sometimes no. So that's what we call as the second stage. Sometimes yes. Alright. It is important to start to say no sometimes, because if you were to say yes all the time, you will not have even the time to grow yourself or even to manage your job in a proper manner. The third stage, as you really climb up the ladder, you will really need to start to say more often on no. So that's why the third stage is what we call as the no stage. So what happens that as you grow up, say you had got promoted to be the retail director or maybe the general manager. So what happens is that there are many cases people need your time, whether to hear your opinion, whether to get your approvals. You literally have no time for yourself to even strategize what direction should the company go. So that's where you really have to learn to say no. Here's the thing. In many cases, when I started as a retail salesperson, I see that many people who first joined, they start to learn to say a lot of no because they feel that, hey, I do not want to do this, I do not want to do that. End of the day, they'll say that, look, I don't think this is really my thing. And ended up they jump from one retail brand to another retail brand, or even some they jump to another brand totally different industry, and they still keep on jumping here and there, not knowing what they really want. Now, I can tell you with very firm answer that if you do not really experience enough, but just learn to say yes, chances are you don't even know exactly what are you good for or what do you want exactly. So that's all for today. The 3 stages if you really want to get promoted fastest. Alright, so stage 1, I'm just going to summarize it. Stage 1 is to say yes. Stage 2, say yes, sometimes yes. And stage 3, learn to say no. That's all for today. This is Daryl Tan, researcher, retail psychologist here. So I'll see you next time. So until then, let's ring the tail.